Hey, what's up? This is Sir Isaac Newton. I was born on January 4th, 1643 in Woolsthorpe. When I was in grammar school, I was pulled out after my mother was widowed for the second time, because I was chosen to watch over my mother's property, being the eldest. But quickly it was noticed that watching over my mother's property was not the thing for me to do. While watching the cattle, I would hide under a tree and read books, so I was quickly sent back to grammar school in Grantham. When I was 22, I received my bachelor's degree, and I was one of the most remarkable undergraduates in the history of university education because of my interrupted education after my mother's second widow. In 1655, the university was shut down because of the plague. While I was home, I examined the elements of circular motion, and applying my analysis to the moon and the planets, derived the inverse square relation that the radially directed force acting on a planet decreases with the square of its distance from the sun, which was later crucial to the law of universal gravitation. I was the culminating figure of the scientific revolution of the 17th century. I discovered the composition of white light, which integrated the phenomenon of colors into the science of light and laid the foundation for modern physics optics. I also came up with the three laws of motion. Number 1 being, any object at rest stays at rest until acted upon by another force. Number 2, any object in motion stays in motion until being acted upon by another force. And number 3, for every action or force in nature, there's an equal and opposite reaction that happens to that. These three laws are the basic laws of modern physics, which resulted in the formulation of the law of universal gravitation. Then later in my life, I saw an apple fall from a tree and wondered, why do they all fall straight down and not sideways or upwards? Then I went to look further into the forces that made the apple fall straight down, and not in the other directions. I then later discovered gravity and how it works. I died at the age of 84 on March 31st, 1727, after having some severe abdominal pain and blacking out and going unconscious and never waking up after.